Hello, I'm Carolyn Monahan, the Director of Marketing and Communications for the West Coast Chamber. Today, I am joined by Vince Boileau from Boileau Communications, and we're going to talk a little bit about connecting with customers right now. So welcome, Vince. Hello.
Hey, thanks for having me.
People are finding that networking in the traditional sense has taken a back seat for the time being. So what communication strategies might you advise for businesses that typically rely on face-to-face interactions to generate leads and sales?
So what we're telling people right now is don't be afraid to ask for the digital coffee. So sales and marketing activity is going to be ramping up, and fortune favors the bold. So if you were good at networking and dealing with rejection before the COVID hit, you're probably going to be good at it afterward. Or maybe the anonymity of digital interactions is going to make you even better at asking for that meeting. I know for me, I'm mostly introverted, so I go to I would go to the traditional chamber events, and it's a great amount of effort for me to be happy, happy networking entrepreneur guy the entire time. I get back to the office and I just like collapse in a heap after I'm done with it. And so in many ways, this pandemic is going to create a little bit more of a level playing field for a few folks. So, but joking aside, our main focus is to get those one-on-one face-to-face meetings, even if it's over a Zoom call. And so one of the ways that we've been doing it has been the way that we've always done it, and that's just to be valuable, right? So offer something as part of the way that you ask for that meeting, and put it out there and give away the free counsel if that's going to help get it. And so. The one thing that I find works too is that if you don't have anything valuable to give away, or if you don't feel like you have anything valuable to give away for free, is to ask for advice then instead. And I know for many listeners, this is going to seem like networking 101, but from a position of earnest humility, you find that a lot of doors can start to open. One of the best things I heard Mike Gorehouse told me once, and I'm not sure if it was original to him or not, but he said, in this town, if you ask for the job, you get advice. But if you ask for advice, you get the job. And I think that works. Yeah, so pivoting away from sales, thinking about marketing more specifically, we're just seeing a wholesale embrace of digital during this downturn. That's not surprising. So we're talking about lead generation through digital advertising, social ads, content marketing. And to my previous point of providing value, it's the same thing that you would do in marketing that you would do in sales, right? So think about whatever the most valuable thing that you'd be willing to give away for free is, and that's usually an intellectual asset of some kind, and get it out there. And if you can position your team as the experts, you build trust and you build a brand that others start to benchmark against. And when the time comes for a purchasing decision, you may not always get the job, but you almost always get a swing at the ball, at least. And so that's important. The other thing I want to say is that digital ads are rising across the board, and we've got several clients now that are purchasing digital ads and leaning into more of a digital advertising campaign that never have before. The bare minimum is a well-tuned let me take that again. The bare minimum is a well-tuned search campaign with retargeting set up. If you don't know what retargeting is, just Google it. There's a number of different resources out there to help with that. For someone who's tech savvy, you might be able to do it yourself. Otherwise, I would look to partner with a firm or find somebody who's done it before. Some of the back-end connections that you need to be able to make with your website to track it properly are a little more difficult to set up. But those are important to see how it's performing, whether or not people are actually going to your website and completing whatever thing it is that you want them to do while you're there that results in the lead.